While General Grievous was rampaging across the Outer Rim with his droid forces, he came across a Republic cruiser that contained an entire clan of Jedi initiates, those of the Jedi Order who were still a couple of years away from becoming officially recognized Padawans. After defeating the Jedi Master aboard the cruiser, Grievous discovered a room filled with Jedi initiates and Padawans. Grievous went on to kill the Padawans in the room and took their lightsabers as his trophies, later taking the remaining Jedi Younglings as prisoners onto his ship as he staged his next attack on the Ugnaught homeworld of Gentis. Grievous's conquest of the Ugnaught homeworld was swift, with the cyborg general taking hostage of nearly the entire population afterwards, relocating the entire populace of the planet's capital city under a large containment dome. With news of this separatist victory, Count Dooku contacted Grievous to congratulate him on his successes. Following their discussions on what to do with the Ugnaught population, Dooku then asked about the captured Jedi Younglings. Grievous stated to his master that he should not worry about them, for he had plans in mind for the Younglings. Initially, Dooku wanted to take these Younglings for himself, to use for Sith-related experiments, possibly forcing them to fall to the dark side so he could use them as future agents. However, Grievous was about to convince Dooku of his own experiments, where through the use of Geonosian technology, he would be able to unlock the dark side from within the Younglings and enhance them through cybernetics, similarly to how Grievous himself was enhanced by the very same cybernetics. Dooku shared curiosity in these experiments, so he allowed Grievous to carry on with them. With his master's approval, Grievous took the Jedi Younglings outside of their holding cells and onto a balcony of a building overseeing the planet's capital city. There, Grievous mocked the Younglings by telling them that their new fates will be quite different from what the Jedi Order had in mind, and that they were going to be forged into warriors for his own cause. One of the Younglings protested this, proclaiming that they would never serve the Sith. As Grievous began to taunt the little child, the very same Youngling used the Force to pull one of the lightsabers from the belt around the general, and then attempted to free herself. She of course didn't get far, only successfully destroying 2 battle droids nearby, before she was grabbed by Grievous and pulled up to his mercy. The cyborg general decided to teach her a lesson on what real power looked like, so he carried her over to the edge of the building they were on, and explained to her the great power he held over the entire population of the planet, the power of his word. Grievous then pointed to the massive dome in the distance, explaining to the Youngling that the entire Ugnaught population of the captured capital city was being kept there. And then with a single order to the Separatist fleet overhead, Grievous had the entire dome obliterated from orbital bombardment, killing every Ugnaught inside the dome right in front of the Youngling's eyes, making her fully understand the power her captor commanded. Following that demonstration, Grievous had the Younglings put back in their holding cells, while he oversaw the production of the cybernetic suits that he had planned on installing them into. The design of these suits was similar to Grievous's own cybernetics, with the suits' masks looking nearly identical to his. He fully intended to remove the Younglings' organs and amputate them in order for them to be fully outfitted in his cyborg suits, a process that would have been quite painful as well. It appeared he basically was planning on creating mini versions of himself with the Younglings he had captured. Unfortunately for Grievous, however, his plans of creating a small army of mini cyborg Jedi never came to fruition, as the Younglings he had captured were able to escape their holding cell with the help of a couple of Ugnaughts from an underground resistance movement. Upon learning of their escape, Grievous ordered for their immediate deaths, as he didn't wish to be humiliated in front of Count Dooku. As the Younglings were making their daring escape, a small vessel was making its way toward the Ugnaught homeworld, containing 3 Jedi and a group of armed individuals. These 3 Jedi were out on a personal mission to kill General Grievous, as to avenge all the Jedi he had murdered during the war. These 3 were so determined in carrying out their goal, that they even left the Jedi Order, as the Council did not approve of their assassination mission. So these 3 Jedi assembled revenge-seeking individuals across the galaxy, who also lost loved ones due to Grievous, and they all were on their way to kill the murderous cyborg general. Back on the planet, the Younglings were able to barely escape Grievous's battle droids, as they made their way into an Ugnaught resistance camp, but they only had a few seconds to catch their breath, until Grievous located their position and attacked the resistance camp with a group of battle droids, murdering everything in his sight. During this chaos, the Jedi and their small army had landed on the Ugnaught planet nearby, and were on track to facing off against Grievous. Back at the resistance camp, Grievous had cornered the Younglings, and began to gloat at their impending deaths. But before he began his slaughter, one of the Younglings suggested a chance to fight him, to which Grievous complied, allowing her to take one of his lightsabers. When she got ready to fight, Grievous simply mocked her, asking if it was the first time she ever held a real lightsaber. She then attacked with fury, but was swiftly knocked back in only 2 strikes. As Grievous prepared for the killing blow, he was stopped at the last second by the 3 Jedi from earlier that had come to kill him. Upon learning of the younglings captured by him, the 3 Jedi decided to adjust their mission and rescue them rather than focus all their efforts on killing Grievous. So one of the Jedi led the younglings back to the ship, while the other 2 Jedi stayed behind to face off against Grievous. Their fight against Grievous went as expected, with one of them being literally cut up into pieces by the cyborg. During the duel against the last remaining Jedi, he ended up sacrificing himself in order to bring Grievous down with him, by causing the entire refinery they were fighting in to collapse on top of them both. The younglings, on the other hand, were brought back to the ship, and they all made it to the Jedi Temple safely, where they would continue their training for the next few years. And although badly injured, Grievous survived the collapse of the refinery that fell on him during his duel, which only fueled his rage against the Jedi more as a result. Thanks for watching this video. Help support the channel by becoming a member on our Patreon page, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, may the Force be with you.